Assalamualaikum everyone, Ramadan Kareem! Welcome to my kitchen. I will be officially reviving my Teach Ramadan recipe series that I started 11 years ago on YouTube, and I'm really excited to be back sharing with you some of my favorite recipes, some that I've never tried before, some that brings a lot of memories for me that I wanted to share, and of course things that are like kind of my favorite food and my go-to. The idea is that I wanted to share recipes that, number one, that I like, and also recipes that are easy to make, because I know that everyone is really busy taking care of kids, taking care of parents, taking care of themselves, working. As much as possible, I hope that these recipes are easy for you to follow and that you can try it out yourself and give you some inspiration if you can't think of anything that you wanted or that you feel that you want to cook. So before we waste any more time, let's jump right into today's recipe. Today, I will be sharing with you a chicken katsu curry recipe. So let's go. We start off by peeling our potatoes and chopping them up into dice-like shapes or dicing them. You can also add carrots in this, but I don't really eat carrots, so I didn't add it in. Take one big white onion and do the same thing. You don't have to make it so, like in Malay called halus, I don't need to make it so fine. And you're just going to put that to one side. And then you're going to prepare the wet batter for your chicken. So I'm using 2 eggs, 3 tablespoons of flour, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and I'm going to mix that all together to, create that batter for your chicken. Once that's done, I take my panko and I just put it in another bowl so that I can dip it in later after I put the wet batter. Now for the chicken breast, I've actually used 1 chicken breast and I split it into half like a butterfly cut it. I would recommend for you to tenderize the chicken first, so meaning to say you hit it with something really hard like a tenderizer mallet or like your batu lesung or something, just so that it's flattened. And once that's done, I season it with salt and pepper on both sides and I start the frying process. So I dip the chicken cutlet into the wet batter, and after that I will dip it into the panko and make sure that it is evenly coated before frying it in high heat in oil for about 5 to 6 minutes until the chicken gets crispy. After that, we move on to create the curry. So while that's frying or finishing frying, I got this curry block, Halal one, from Shopee. I will leave the link in the description box below. And I first saute all of the potatoes and the onions, and if you use carrot, you can use that. And once that has, the aroma has risen a little bit, you can add in your water and let it simmer for about 5 to 10 minutes until the potatoes and the onions go soft. So by this time, your chicken should be done and you can put it in a cooling rack like this. After that, you can start putting in the seasoning for your curry. So over here, I'm using about quite a fair bit. I initially used that amount, but I actually put more. So it's really up to you how thick you want your curry taste to be. I ended up putting quite a fair bit. And because the consistency of the curry was not as thick as I wanted it to be, I actually mixed a little bit of cornstarch and water and put it into the gravy to thicken it. And it was the perfect amount of thickness, just as the curry, chicken katsu curry I had over when I was in Akihabara in Tokyo. I actually didn't add salt as well or pepper because it was just perfect as it is. And then you can serve it with rice. And what I like to do is I just take 1 cutlet for each serving. So 1 for me and 1 for Khairun, and I just cut it into strips. After that, I'll just pour over the curry on top of the chicken katsu and on top of the rice. I like it to be like really, really saucy, so that's what I do. And this is the finished product. It looks delicious. It's so comforting. And the best part is if you have leftovers, you can actually eat it with bread the next day for sahur. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and thank you for watching.